So I've just driven an hour and a half from home on a Sunday afternoon because we just flew back from skiing, and one of the tenants advised a couple of days ago that there's been some leaks in her basement flat. I then tried to get somebody locally to the area by the beach to come out, and I've tried 3 different people who I've used before. None of them either got back to me or said they were going to make it. So I've had to pay. Yesterday I paid one of my London guys to go out and actually pay their petrol, pay for their day to come down to about about an hour and a half from London to inspect what was going on. And what he found was not pretty. Basically, there's been sewage leaking basically from the manhole at the back of the house that was then coming up through the gully of the drains and stuff, which was absolutely disgusting. So I then had to call the water board, and I didn't realize that was the case. Even after 23 years, you're still learning. But the water board is responsible for the sewage and any things to do with the sewage, even on your property. So it's not just to do with what the manhole on the main road, but also within your actual perimeter as well, because that also has an issue if somebody else is flushing things down the toilet. That's then blocking the shared sewage, which in this case was happening, I'm told. So yesterday was Saturday. They came out, and I've just spoken to them about an hour ago or an hour and a half ago, and they said to me they came out, they jet washed and power flushed the manhole on both sides of our house, our block of flats, and there was apparently a blockage which they've unblocked with to do with sanitary towels or whatever's being flushed down the toilet. So I've decided that actually that was not good enough. I wanted to make sure that my tenants were happy and they were going to be okay. So I've decided to drive down to check myself whether that has now been cleared, unblocked, but also desanitized, and because there was sewage quite a little bit everywhere. So I mean, this is customer service, I guess. I want to always make sure that tenants are happy, things have been done correctly. So yes, it's taken a bit of a while. It is a Sunday, but I just was thinking about, people talk about passive income when you invest in properties. It's not always that passive. There is income, but there are things to be done. You are ultimately running a business. The tenants are the customers. The customer service is basically you making sure that these properties are up to scratch and they are what they're supposed to be working. So let's take a look, and I'll comment afterwards. So I've just spoken to the tenant now from downstairs, from the basement flat, and gladly enough and luckily enough, the tenant reports that the block had sorted the issue out and there's no more raw sewage coming out of the gully. So I'm a very happy and relieved man, so no more having to deal with shits. On the other side, I've come here to it's a block of flats, so we're doing the top flat now that we didn't do the last time round. So I'm going to have a look around and see where the electrician's got to.